Okay, this is the tutorial on doing the SketchUp draft of the candy dispenser. So, this is what we're trying to make. We can get all of our dimensions from this, and there's a few dimensions that you've actually got to get from down in here. So here we go. I'm just going to start by drawing this base layer, which I see here is 5.5 by 5.5. This is honestly probably the simplest SketchUp we've done, but there's a few steps in here that are going to be new. So 5.5, 5.5 on green, 5.5 on red, 5.5 on green, push pull 0.75. Now I was thinking, kind of going through this in my head, thinking about if I should make you guys draw that slot on the bottom. Came to the conclusion that you're not going to be able to really show it from your screenshot, so we're going to leave it out. All right, second layer, I've got all these little strips. So the two side ones are 1 3/4 by 5.5. So I'm going to come up 0.75 over on red, 1.75 down the blue, push pull 5.5. I just noticed I messed that up. For some reason that was only 5. It should have been 5.5. So I'm going to pull that back. There we go. Now I'm 5.5. Whoops. Let me double check this one while I'm at it. 5.5, 5.5. All right, I'm good now. Up here, I'm going to go 3/4 over 1 3/4 down the blue, push pull 5.5. Okay. Make sure everything's good. Now I need this little piece. It is 1.5 by 2. So make sure this is 2. It is. Push pull 1.5. Okay. This piece is 6 inches long, 2 inches wide. So if I start here, come out on the green 6, down the blue 0.75, over on red 2, up on blue 0.75, close it up. Now I can just push pull this back. Okay, so there's my handle. Then I just got to do my second layer, 5.5 by 5.5 by 3/4. So up 3/4, over 5.5, down, push pull 5.5. All right, I do think I should have that where I have the hole there. So that is all the way down here. So 2 3/4 from the edge and 1 1/4 back to the center. So from here, actually I just find the midpoint. So midpoint and then back 1.25, and then circle. That hole was 1 inch, I believe. So the radius would be 0.5. Well, I guess I can check. Yeah, it's 1 inch. Erase. Erase. Push pull 0.15. Alright, now we haven't messed with this yet. Over on the right side, The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th button down is 3D Warehouse. I'm going to search mason jar. I'm going to open models. I was tinkering around with this earlier. This mason jar works well. Others might also, but I know this one does. So I'm going to do this one. These are models that SketchUp users have added. So like this one made by Jack C. All right, so I'm going to click it, click download. I'm just going to click it over here to the side. Now it's upside down, so I need to rotate it. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4th button from the bottom, and then the middle button when they pop out should say rotate. Takes 3 clicks. You have to first of all, you got to use your arrow keys and tell it on which axis do you want it to rotate. So I might have to tinker with this a minute. I think the green axis is the one I need. It defaulted to blue, and that would rotate it the wrong way. So I hit the left arrow to switch it to green. Again, that might not be right. I might have to mess with this for a minute. First click is the axis on which you want it to rotate, which is going to be this one. Second click is the axis that you want to rotate, which is this one. There we go. And then I'm going to flip that over 180 degrees. So down the bottom it says 180, so that should work. So I'm going to click, and I'm going to switch this button back to move. Make sure this is all still highlighted. Okay, and then I'm just going to click on the jar and move it, and I'm going to be pretty nice on the placement of your jar because I understand this is kind of tricky. Okay, but try to kind of center it up. So let me just rotate around here and orbit and see how this looks, and I feel like it looks pretty good. It looks pretty centered. Yeah, I'm cool with that. The only thing I have left to do is holes, and I'm just going to put them where I see them. My counterboard, or my plugs, I'm just going to put where I see them. So I'll just see these top 4. So let me go back up to those are 1 inch from one edge and 7/8 from the other. I'm just going to do 1 inch and 1 inch. It'll look fine. So, corner in 1 inch, endpoint in 1 inch, circle tool, 30 seconds. Repeat, 1 inch, 1 inch, circle, 30 seconds. Grab my eraser, clean it up. Rotate. 1 inch. 1 inch. I'm going to go ahead and do this while I have pencil out. 1 inch. 1 inch. Circle. 30 seconds. Circle. 30 seconds. Erase. 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 Oops. I missed. Alright, if you want to take the paint bucket and make everything wood grain, you can. Otherwise, put your name in your screenshot, take a screenshot, turn it in.